So another Andy B 2-minute video, and I'm having a bad hair day, hence the hat. Now, sometimes things go wrong and sometimes things go right. In the world of the Berry Bunch, we have exactly the same thing. I'm doing a little miniature series, I suppose, of Andy B's right now on our filming and shooting and how it works and all that kind of stuff, and stuff that God is teaching me about myself, about life. And over the weekend, we had our Saturday filming day. Didn't do quite as much as we normally do. A few of our regular seasons have come to an end. So in a sense, it was quite good because we have a bit more time on our hands. And it's funny how we had much less to shoot, and yet we still had a full day of filming. Anyway, this is the way it works. But what was striking me was how we can mislabel something and make a big hash of things. Now, I had a couple of files, and I mislabeled one of those files, and it got very confusing. We have audio files, we have video files. I always label the audio as audio and the video as video, and that helps me work out which is which for later on when it comes to the kind of editing afterwards. And I'm careful with what I label it as. You know, what's the season name? What's the season number? What's the episode? But on Saturday, for some reason known only to anybody other than myself, I mislabeled something. And it was a bit frustrating. We got a little board, we hold it up so we know what's going on. And I wrote the wrong episode number down. And when it came to trying to work out what was going on, it was a bit of a mess. Because what was written down is not what we'd done. Now, the thing is, as Christians, we can do the same thing. For me on Saturday, the recording was still good. It's still what we're going to use. But the title on the little board we put at the front so we recognize what video clip is which video clip, well, that was wrong. But that being wrong doesn't make the rest of the video recording that we did wrong or right. It's just a little board that helps us to remember what's going on. And it's only useful for post-edit, and you don't get to see it. But it made a mess. It made it very complicated because when I looked at the computer to check the titles of all the different files, all of a sudden what is filed as one season was actually the wrong season, and then the episode number was wrong, and you get into a mess. Do we mislabel people? Do we look at someone and say, oh, we know who that is. We know what that sort of a person is. I heard a story one time of the new minister walking into a church. He dressed up as a tramp. He was smelly. He didn't wash. He didn't shave for a while. He sat on the front row. He was ignored. And when the person said, right, we'd like to welcome our new speaker tonight, this guy stood up and went to preach. And he pointed out that he'd been ignored. He'd been pushed to one side. People didn't want to speak to him, didn't want to sit near him. And he wanted to change that in that church. He was mislabeled because people saw him and made an assumption of who he was, what he was. Do we do that as people? I know we do. I'm asking the question, but it's a statement, really. It's rhetorical. We do that all the time, don't we? We see someone say, oh, they've got money. Oh, yeah, let's go and cozy up to them. They'll be useful in this church. Well, they look a bit poor. We'll just ignore those people. I've seen that in churches, sadly. It makes me quite angry. People are people, and we should love each other. We don't accept the bad, but we don't label the bad that we can see because we're taking a snapshot. And that snapshot invariably will be wrong because we'll get it wrong. We won't see the absolute truth. We'll just see this little piece of someone's life. Let's take time to get to know people. Let's not judge people. We need to make judgments. There's a wonderful thing that I find it wonderful in terms it's funny. Oh, Christians, you should never judge. No, as Christians, we absolutely must judge. We must make judgments. What we shouldn't be is judgmental. We should make judgments about people. The Bible's replete with lots of examples. So many about how we judge, is someone saved, are they not? The Bible actually tells us what we're supposed to do and what we're supposed to look for. It's the fruit, by the way. That's what we're looking for. But you can't see fruit necessarily on a winter's morning. You don't know that apple tree's got any fruit on it at all. That's in the winter. When it gets to the summer and it's full of apples, you know what it is. So we need to take time to get to know people. But let's not mislabel. And let's be careful not to put labels that are wrong just because of what we see. Just a thought.